Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a couple of days since my last video regarding YGX. YGX, check it out and yeah, drop a comment on that video. I'd really appreciate it because it's also quite a interesting topic. So moving on to today's topic, something that's very interesting and potentially YG's will be talking about YG's next big thing. You know, uh, I really believe that they've got the potential to outshine a lot of YG's current groups. I mean, I'm not saying this in a bad light. I'm just saying, you know, in what's expected, the level of expectation has never been this high. Even for Treasure, it's never been this high, to be honest. So today's topic is YG's new girl group, Baemon. So let me start off by saying there's not been an official confirmation of the group's name. We just go by Baemon because it's the more you know, the more known name of the yet to debut group. um, some say there are various names out there, but Paymon seems to be the more popular version of it. So let me start by saying this is a group that has potentially been, possibly been in the works since even before Blackpink's debut. In the sense, we were introduced to Future 21 members when they were very much kids still. Uh, there were rumors that they competed for a debut, Blackpink and Future 21, but it seems that Blackpink just came out on top. Like I said, it's just rumors. It's nothing is confirmed, but it's possible. I mean, we were introduced to Moonsua even before Blackpink officially debuted, so it's possible. It's quite possible, but it's not been confirmed. But in my own opinion, I don't think so. I think uh, you know going by the documentary, of course it's a documentary and we need to take things with a grain of salt. They can romanticize the situation in terms of you know what it was, but in my opinion it's most likely the fact, because I don't think YG would have just debuted a group on a whim. Because at that time I think it was 21's future was looking pretty uncertain, so I probably think that no, they had been preparing for Blackpink quite a long time. And to be honest, most of the members were pretty well known. Fairly, I mean, they were quite well known. Jennie had featured for G Dragon, Sungri, Lehigh, and Rose had featured for G Dragons. Song Lisa was out there, you know, in terms of being a model for one of YG's clothing brands, and Jisoo had just appeared in a music video, and she was involved in advertisements, and so yeah, it was pretty. They were pretty well known, and naturally, all those four members ended up debuting. So, in my opinion, YG took their time training them, and they just thought, all right, these are the most well-rounded members, and they just trainees, and they just decided to debut. Then that's probably the most likely outcome. They were ready, and the rest is history. And we are probably never going to find out what transpired. In my opinion, they were just a better team. They bred more um, readier of the two, and just yeah, they were just meant to be. It was meant to be. They were YG just pushed them, and you know they debuted. Now, as of the recording of this video, none of the future 21 members are left at YG. Now, this is going by the initial, dance practice introduction video. So maybe there might have been some, some additions to the uh, to the to the training team. We don't know, but just going off of that video, none of the future 21 members exist in YG right now. Some of them have debuted as solo artists, as in groups. Some of them are yet to debut, so you just wish them the best. But moving on, now the upcoming group, according to YG's new CEO, they were supposed to debut this year. They didn't. I don't know what the delay is. Obviously, it doesn't help when you're in the middle of a pandemic, but it may have played a role to a certain extent. So, potential members, no one knows. No one knows, because that's the honest part of it. There's been a lot of rumors, sort of screenshots, a lot of news, a lot of assumptions about who is likely to be in the group. But to be honest, no one knows. Now, rather than saying about my thought, it's well known. We know the well-known trainees, and we know that most of them are not likely to debut. So let's be honest. We need to move on. In my opinion, probably the group is gonna debut maybe in the first quarter or the second quarter of 2021. They might get introduced early 21, early next year. So that's my assumption as far as when they are going to debut. Now, regarding concept, I just want to look at Sesha and see how they performed in terms of what they are doing. For one thing, I think Sesha is a more experimental group by YG. Experimental in the sense, I'm not just talking about just blowing their cash. No, that's not what I mean. They tried something with Sesha. They tried to debut a larger group, and in my opinion, maybe it takes some spotlight away from a lot of members, because you get a lot of like NCT. In my opinion, the more known members are there, but maybe they don't get enough as much spotlight as if they had debuted in a more smaller group. And in the current market, a large agency can debut two groups. They just don't have to limit themselves. But obviously, it's very rare in the sense you don't do that. You don't see JYP is probably the exception, and even them, it's been they take years to debut a girl group. So, in my opinion, no. I think YG new girl group is gonna be relatively smaller compared to Sesha. Not 9 members, in my opinion. There won't be 9. Maybe I'm talking about max 5 to 6, in my opinion. 5 to 7. They're not gonna go beyond that. That's the number of trainees at the most that they're gonna debut. Now, regarding the concept, again, as I said, I'll have to go back to Sesha. Sesha is a group that's very diverse in their concepts. They really try different. They tried even in just these 3 chapters or these 3 comebacks. I'm including debut here. We saw very different sides of them. In my opinion, that's not going to be the case with YG new girl group. I think YG is going to go back to their roots and probably debut maybe even a more hip hop heavy group. That's what I'm feeling. Probably not Blackpink, but maybe a bit more on the on the more hip hop side, more 21 than Blackpink or Twice, because a lot of fans have been talking about YG potentially debuting a public friendly SNSD type of group. I don't think that's gonna happen because in this current market, even you see when Twice are really releasing more um, girl crush. I guess I'm not sure like how to exactly put it into words, but more music that is more catered to more a larger audience in terms of something that I don't know, something that is marketable in the West as well. Whereas when they debuted, it was all very cute. But to be honest, though, Twice gained their reputation as the nation's girl group with rather public friendly, cute concept. So just that, but I don't think YG is going to do that. So that's it. I mean, in terms of concept, I think that'll be it. Now, which label is gonna debut them? Because we know YG has two sub labels, and there's the main layer. There's of course YG Entertainment. In my opinion, it's gonna be YG Entertainment. They have to debut the group right now, so it's probably going to be members of YG Entertainment, and then I mean trainees from YG Entertainment, and then maybe you might see TBL or YG X debut your own versions of YGX. So I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they have the. I'm not very optimistic about YGX debuting anybody after how poor they've been in terms of managing their existing artists. So yeah, that's concept. And yeah, I who is likely to be their main producer, their exclusive producer? Hmm. That's a that's a rather interesting topic. Are they going to have an exclusive producer? Because when Blackpink was announced, we were immediately informed that Teddy would be the exclusive producer. Now, once again, will YG want to experiment with different producers? I think they would want a main producer, someone, a Teddy to this group. Who could it be? It could be Future Bounce. I'm not sure, but it could be Future Bounce. It could be RT. RT could take over the role as exclusive producer because his music is very. It has a similar vibe, and they're in the black label, so uh, you know to Teddy's sound, but it's hard to say. Hey, even G Dragon's a good shout. Assume depending on whether he's interested, it could happen. So yeah, that's about it. There's not a lot of information. Of course, a lot of people are excited. It is what it is. They're gonna probably will hear about them soon enough. So yeah, I'll I hope to talk about any news that drops regarding them when and if news does get released. So until then, take care. See you all in the next video. Yeah, okay. Take care.